What's up everybody, welcome to money management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video, guys, again I have an amazing news that will disclose even more details in regards to the actions that was made by C-levels executive in general and by John Brda in particular back in 2021 when TRCH shares became tradable. On top of that, guys, I will show you an update from Scott Roth in regards to the same issue, and I have to admit that for now we have even a litigations update, and I will also cover this in today's video. And to be honest, guys, today's video has a lot of news, really important news that might change a lot, at least in your point of view on this matter. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. And guys, to be honest, I don't like to see the interactions that are happening inside the MMTLP community, because in my opinion, all these actions will not lead us to the resolution. But at the same time, guys, I understand for 100% that we cannot have a partial truth, we cannot have a partial decision. If something was wrong and if something is wrong with the people who might be inside MMTLP community, these people need to be prosecuted. But at the same time, guys, I understand for 100% again that no one is guilty until the judge will make his or her rulings in regards to this case. And that is why, guys, please be cautious with any of your expressions, and that is why, guys, be prepared to even more actions like this. So, and let's start with this tweet that was written by Scott just several hours ago. And he tagged a lot of people: John Brda, Junk Savvy, Karma Collects, Marcos Montero, Daniel, and a lot of other people. And let me quote you this. "Time to come clean, John Brda. Were you paying Andrew Yagani, the same guy with the criminal complaint in the FBI's IC3 and the current criminal investigatory file with the Vermont State Police, to pump TRCH and then MMTLP?" Yagani, and guys, by the way, I don't like the narrative, I don't like the style of Scott Roth's tweets, and I told you this multiple times. But at the same time, guys, Scott has his own opinion, and he's free to do it unless the judge will stop him. And until this, basically, he can do anything, and he is doing it. So let me quote you further. Yagani shows up involved in hotspot and in 2021 in TRCH and maybe a little earlier. Take a look, Johnny. There's your biggest fanboy soliciting violations of CFAA and CSA, as well as possibly some SEC rules. But I will let the FBI decide. Want a copy of the complaint? I will trade you. You name who you were paying as per the S1 excerpts below, and I will hand off the VSP case number to you. Keep breaking bread with these low-rent online mafiosi and see where it gets you, because as of now you are one email or phone call proof away from getting added to that IC3 inquest. Yes, the same Yagani you denied in a disgrace call meeting until after the U3 halt, who apparently was on stock tweets with Stuart and Claire pumping your operations before anyone ever heard of MMTLP. Why did you take the Fifth Amendment with me here, but you comment on X about everything else? And the one other influencer you actually built into the budget, and the $20,000 monthly for others too. Seems to me TRCH was more interested in pumping and dumping worthless stocks than it as pumping and refining oil. But hey, that could just be me. Get your motion to dismiss due 17th of January 2025 into that Texas U.S. District Court, so a few of us can file our amicus curiae briefs regarding you, McCabe, Stuart, Yagani, Claire, Plant. Maybe the local SEC in Texas can be bought by your local Texas business partners. Yes, it happens now and again, doesn't it? But not the new talent coming into the chairs in DC. And guys, Scott added these several screenshots and let me show you them. It was written from Scott to John Brda, Daniel, Jennifer Vetrana, and it says, John, can you please identify who the two people that TRCH was paying to promote TRCH and the MMTLP, and who was getting $20,000 a month as being prospective management for NBH? And you know that in Scott's lawsuit, we have several filings that basically describes these actions of John Brda. And on top of that, guys, take a look right here. Here is the answer of, wait a second, John Brda, and he wrote, on the advisement of Conseil, I cannot comment on these matters as they pertain to the SEC case. So, it means that John doesn't want to disclose this information. At the same time, guys, we have even more interesting updates, and I covered this back in, I guess, a couple of months ago when Scott was about to update his lawsuit, and he asked for help, and he wrote this: folks who wanted in on the Zoom call today, I'm pushing it back to tomorrow, as it appears that NBH, the next generation of lawsuits, needs to have more defendants in my case, and though the strategic goals have never changed. And due diligence wanted to have this information, and this statement of Drew is 100% illegal because he asks for illegal help. Let me quote this: anyone who records this Zoom call whenever it takes place in its entirety via screen capture and or sends me the login info gets dinner on me. Make sure you are in one-party consent state. I suspect that this Zoom call may be conspiring to commit a crime and or violate the rights of other shareholders. And by the way, if I remember it correct, due diligence deleted this tweet right after he published it because he understands that this is an illegal call to action. On top of that, guys, let me show you this. Scott also added some information. Wait a second, I will show you right here. So, JRL wrote this: are you capable of tweeting without including an insult? History suggests you are not, but you are welcome to prove me wrong. And guys, I agree with this statement for 100%. I don't like this style of Scott's tweets, but nevertheless, let me quote you this. Cassie Jojo, look, you and the Beverly Shilly-Billies don't control the narrative anymore. Sending in fingers paintings to Congress when 187 members of Congress all had better stock performance than the serpents who do it for a living should tell you that no matter how pretty you and Bunions and disgraced cadets finger paints are, Congress makes bank off the fraud. They also see MMTLP shareholders as escapees from a leper colony because we send drunks, John Fees, pump and dumpers, Jen Garcia, and cast of B-list Japanese horror film extras as our supposed so-called best people to lobby down there. Face it, the jig's up, the whole finger paint or bust. Congressional outreach was dead the moment Gorgeous George and Johnny Flamesucker supernovaed with the SEC. You can be helpful though. The 1209 crew would like the use of your acting services, as we are going to make a knockoff of the TV hit Landman, but call ours Conman with will tell the Greg McCabe story. We think to cast you as Xilda the Band, a former hairdresser turned into soothsayer who can divine where to drill and miss the oil in order to minimize the cost of a pump and dump scheme, very much like MMTLP. So guys, I will not comment on this tweet, but let me show you that John Brda answered to this entire narrative, and he wrote: Scott, I understand this is a baiting exercise, but let me bite a bit. All of these comments are based on my knowledge. I speak for myself. 1. McCabe has never met Andrew, and I only met Andrew for the first time after the halt on a Zoom call. And how could he be involved in hotspot dating back in 2021? Better check with your conspiracy theorists pals again. 2. No one has ever paid Andrew a dime, nor any of the other people who have done tremendous hard work for the community. That theory is blatantly false, and accusations or allegations based on that will be addressed. For your group to constantly badger all of these people, Andrew included when they have stopped their lives in this pursuit for all MMTLP and NBH holders is just wrong. Their work is incredible, consistent and ongoing. Only exception is C-Plant, who is employed as a consultant by NBH, and I am not involved in NBH business in any way. That's their relationship, so I cannot comment. 3. We and I never paid anyone to post or pump on social media during the days of TRCH nor MMTLP. Blatantly false. Again, sorry to disappoint. Check all the bank records you want, just because you think it happened didn't make it so. 4. I don't go on stock tweets, so I don't know what you are referring to, but people are entitled to their own opinions. Certainly, your opinions expressed here are your own. Are they not? Certainly, you are not working with anyone else in deriving your activity or opinions. 5. The only things I am not at liberty to speak about are those addressed in the complaint. The MTD will be filed by the 17th. Are you now saying you are going to file briefs filed with the lies and unsubstantiated accusations in order to interfere the process? I am not afraid, Scott. Those close to me know that if the MTD is not ruled in our favor, then the playing field is leveled. I then get to subpoena everyone who may or may not have a hand in this action, and then get to put the SEC, FINRA, DTCC, OCC, OTC markets, Broadreach, BDs and other actors to be named on trial. I am not sure the SEC wants me digging into the actions taken or not taken by SROs blatantly in favor of big firms and blatantly against retail investors. We will see either way. I am confident and I am prepping for that result in case it's needed. Stand by. 6. Certainly, you are not insinuating that anyone I am associated with is paying off the SEC, correct? 7. I am really sad that you have taken this path. Myself and the community had tremendous amount of faith in you when you first started. Now it's just getting to the point where you look desperate. Your gang in 1209, acting in concert, will meet its demise too. Maybe Jen should not have posted that photo online with the MMTLP flag around her imbecile's office. Not a good look for pro se filers. Not a chance in hell some of those people could write a pro se complaint without assistance. 8. This rock turn you have taken will sadly end up nowhere. I hope you continue to fight the SEC, FINRA, DTCC, OTC, Schwab et al., but this path is just set and is not having its desired effect. Maybe do a little digging on who your friends are in that Super Bowl you're playing. Maybe ask if they have been paid in some fashion by people fighting against us. For that matter, Scott, who has helped you? Have you been paid, given favors by anyone? Not accusing, just asking, since that's a fair game. And guys, these questions are 100% legit. If Scott can ask this type of questions, anyone around the MMTLP case, why John Brda cannot ask the same questions to Scott? And he basically did it. And let me quote you further. I cannot promise I will respond again, as I'm tired of this kindergarten playground BS with no facts to back anything up. Still rooting for you in your case. And I have to admit that this answer was very well written, and a lot of people, as you can see, they like this answer from John Brda. And to be honest, guys, I think John has all the rights to protect himself, and he does it brilliantly. On top of that, guys, it is not the end. Let me show you, let me highlight this part of his expression, and let me show you this. Samantha wrote this. John Brda, ex-TRCH MMTLP CEO, confirms that C-Plant is employed as a consultant by NextBridge Hydrocarbons. Duh, we read filings. But what about these messed up April 2022 screenshots showing oil when there was zero? And guys, if John Brda confirms that C plant was employed, let me remind you that back in wait a second, I will show you this tweet in details. It was also written by Samantha. So, in April 2022, MMTLP investors were misled by screenshots purportedly from Texas Railroad Commission. Here's the data that was changed in these screenshots. Basically, it means that the wells that were drilled on the Orogrande Basin had an oil in it, but in reality, it has zero. And definitely, it was a completely false information. It was a misinformation that was made by C plant, and for now, guys, we know that C plant was hired by NBH. And does this mean that C plant was paid to make this illegal 100% illegal screenshots that led a lot of potential MMTLP investors became real MMTLP investors? And if so, guys, this means John Brda or Greg McCabe could know about these actions, and they might orchestrate these actions as well. So definitely this is just an assumption, but we have to investigate it. And let me show you even further. Roman Soups reposted the tweet that was written by Bailey DeVro, and Bailey wrote, she basically repeated the bullet point number 3 from John Brda's tweet that I just read to you, and it says, "We and I never paid anyone to post or pump on social media during the days of TRCH nor MMTLP. Blatantly false again. Sorry to disappoint. Check all the bank's records you want. Just because you think it happened didn't make it so." And here's the part of the screenshot where you can see John Brda and a lot of former MMTLP community members who recently, I guess 2 and 3 years ago, was pumping the MMTLP stock. Let me show you that you can find the same exact picture right here. At the very top of Roman Soup's Twitter account, he pinned this tweet, and he wrote it on December the 6th. And here is this picture. You can see that there is a lot of people who previously pumped, who previously was let's say a voice of MMTLP company of TRCH in the social medias. And definitely this is the fact that needs to be investigated as well. On top of that, guys, in response to this tweet, in response to this repost of Roman Soups, let me show you that from the other side, Tom E5050 Split wrote this 17 hours ago. "It will be an interesting few years once MMTLP does get resolved. I cannot wait." And he added several screenshots of the Twitter of the tweets from Roman Soups, and here you can see that Roman Soups allegedly was a pumper as well, holding, "Don't move the price, buy, buy, buy if you want to move it up. They are all tradable. You can get your broker to release them and transfer to another buyer if you want. But now we have a way to trade them on OTC. Go get more. Meme it up." And guys, if I remember it correct, Roman Soups told that it wasn't his Twitter account, and it wasn't him who wrote these tweets. But at the same time, guys, we don't know for sure. Was it a real Roman Soups, or it was an imposter? But we have to investigate it, and guys, everything should be proven in court, and unless we don't have this information, definitely we cannot make any statements. We can just speculate about this. And that is why, guys, I think we are about to see even more lawsuits at this time inside the MMTLP community. On top of that, guys, let's get back to our main actions. And for now, guys, we have first amended complaint filed in the SEC, FINRA and DTCC. Wait a second, Rollo amended complaint filed versus SEC, FINRA, DTCC, John Doe's 1-100. And this, guys, to be honest, the only difference in between two parts for now that we have both sides which involved in these not so pleasant actions, not so pleasant fight inside the MMTLP community. But guys, one part of this community who is pursuing the litigation path, they still have their lawsuits active, and these lawsuits are moving forward. At the same time, the people who want to see the resolution through the congressional path, they don't do anything except these, let's say, not the pleasant tweets and not the pleasant conversation. That is why, guys, I still think that the litigation path is more promising. On top of that, guys, I don't have enough time, but we have an update from Daniel in regards to potential open letters that might be added or might be not added to his litigation. And tomorrow I will do an update, more thorough update on this matter. But for now, guys, just be laser focused to our main goal. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing okay.